Hi there, welcome to my channel. My name is Sarah and I am the style coach. Today's video is all about the unsung hero of Emily in Paris, and that is Sylvie. How about Sylvie in Paris? Would we like an offshoot of that? I think I would. I think everybody's talking about the style of Emily in Paris. And rightly so, but it's a style that is almost predictable. She's this young 20-something-year-old exploring her style and expressing herself that way, and it works great. There's certain looks that I love about her. However, I think it's interesting to also take a look at her co-star Sylvie, who is this older woman but certainly holds her own, and that's so inspiring to see because we don't often see an older woman being portrayed in that light as a confident, sexy, holding her own, independent type of character, and I think that's extremely inspiring, and her style is certainly worth talking about. Let me know what you think. Did you also think that, hey, why isn't anybody talking about Sylvie's style? I think it's a wonderful style. I think it's a lot of people will relate to it. It's a very wearable style for a lot of people. So I'm going to talk through a bit of a style analysis. I haven't done one of these in a while. So we'll talk about her style personality, her colours, a little bit about her, how she dresses for her body shape, and the secret ingredient that really takes her style to the next level. So stay tuned for that. If you enjoy this content, please go ahead and like the video and subscribe if you haven't done so already. You are most welcome to this channel. Let's first talk about Sylvie's style personality. When I talk about style personality, I'm talking about 5 main categories. So that's the classic, the romantic, the dramatic, the natural, and the creative. And when I was looking through her styles, I was thinking to myself, what, she is quite classic, that kind of French style, quite demure and timeless. But I've got to say that I've changed my mind a little bit. I do actually think that she's falling more into the dramatic style personality. When you're a dramatic style personality, you like to make an entrance and you don't mind having all eyes on you. And I think Sylvie's definitely the epitome of that. And I mean that in the best possible way. I'm also a dramatic style personality. But they also like to have some kind of wow feature in their outfit. You're not going to go unnoticed if you are a dramatic style personality. You're going to walk into a room and people will notice because of your style and of course your energy as well. But there's going to be something interesting, whether it's the structure of an outfit, whether it's a pop of color in an outfit. Something there is going to be a wow factor, and I think she has that in spades. So while at first glance I thought some of her color choices quite classic, they do tend to be timeless pieces as well, but there is an element of that drama to her looks, which I love. Moving on to how she dresses for her shape, I think structure is an incredibly important factor when it comes to dressing as we go down through the path of life. When we age, we tend to lose a little bit of the structure in our shoulders. Everything kind of softens a little bit, and so to compensate for that and to bring back a presence and a dominance to your look, structure is so important, and we see Sylvie taking advantage of that through her looks. We see it in the choice of collars that she wears. We see it in the shoulders. We see it in coats that she wears. She uses structure to her advantage. All of these contribute to her presence in her style, and I think that is so incredibly important. If she had gone for soft structures, floaty structures, it may have suited a different type of style personality. Her dramatic style personality calls for structure. She certainly highlights her waist a lot of the time, and her figure. She wears very figure-hugging outfits a lot of the time, and she oozes confidence in her body, which is incredibly inspiring to see as well. But it is the structure, I think, that takes her look from good to fantastic. I think the success of Sylvie's style also comes through from her choices in the colour palette. So when we look at Sylvie, her complexion is very warm overall. There's warm tones in her hair, and I believe there's warmth in her eyes as well. Her colouring suggests that she is also in the autumn palette. So she's got that mixture of warm, muted colours. And throughout the series, that's what she generally sticks to. We see it time and time again through her olive blouse and some other warm, deep choices that she makes. Now and again, we do see her go slightly out of that colour range because, again, that dramatic style personality calls for that eye-catching moment. And then, you know, she goes through these black and white coats that are draped over her shoulders. And that is what kind of pops and stands out, not necessarily complementing her complexion, but certainly capturing her dramatic style personality. So it's all about this balance and this dance of getting the style personality right, the structure right, the pop of colour right, and the main colour palette right. But in general, we can see that she leans towards this warm autumn colour palette, which looks absolutely phenomenal on her. Now and again, we see her dip into interesting colour combinations like orange and purple, which are an incredible combination. Again, this is a hint at her dramatic style personality. This is not a combination that we would necessarily see on a classic person. They would tend to stick with neutrals and maybe have one accent colour, maybe a red or a blue. But certainly this combination of mixing orange and purple right up around the top of the body is a bold choice. And this is evidence of her dramatic style personality again. Keep in mind also that she wears the orange closest to her skin, which is exactly the right thing to do when you are wearing colours. Always keep your best colours next to your face, and this orange is a deep orange colour. It pairs beautifully with the purple and it works really well. I also want to talk about how she wears what she wears, because that is an incredibly important. When I teach my online courses or I work with groups of people, I always emphasize this point that it's not necessarily what you're wearing, but how you wear it that can make a dramatic difference to how something looks. As an example, today I made the choice of tucking in my collar, buttoning it all the way up and having that peep of colour come through from my blouse underneath my sleeve. They're all these thoughtful details that make a look come together. And Sylvie does this really, really well. Let's take a look at this coat that she has fastened up at the top of the neck, and it kind of opens up in this empire line, revealing her outfit underneath. I mean, this is all her dramatic style coming through. It makes for a far more interesting look. Had she just put her arms through the sleeves and worn the coat draped open, it just wouldn't have had the same impact as it does the way it's styled here. We see her again in this outfit where she wears a purple coat, again, not wearing it just with your arms pulled through the sleeves. It's just draped over the shoulders, and this in itself is a statement. When you do that, it takes your look to a different place rather than if you just kind of put it on, arms through the sleeves, and that's it, it's just a coat. When you do this, you are making an impact. You are making a statement with your look, and she certainly does this with this outfit. In another look, we see her in a strapless black gown, and she's draped a scarf over the shoulder because that just, it adds something completely different. It takes away the bare look of the shoulders and just adds a touch of elegance to a look. And it changes it completely. And again, it's how you wear something. It's not necessarily what you're wearing, but how you wear it. And these little thoughtful things make a complete difference to her look. Now, she's actually made the choice of wearing a kind of a cream colored scarf here, again, which would work better with her skin tone than a white scarf. So you can see this layering of knowledge in style coming through Sylvie. And, you know, it is, again, the knowledge of colors, the knowledge of how to wear something, the knowledge of the style personality coming through that makes her style so iconic. The last thing that I want to point out about Sylvie's style and why I think her style works so well is that she is absolutely oozing with confidence. If she didn't have the confidence to wear these outfits, it wouldn't look the same, even though they're the same clothes. We could take these clothes, put them on a different person, and if that person has low confidence, forget about it. The style's just not going to come together. We're looking at a woman who is incredibly independent. She is confident in her skin. She's confident with her abilities in her profession, and it just simply oozes out of her. And I'm always saying this, that, you know, you've got to do the work on your confidence, your self-esteem, the work on the inside first in order for you to get your style to that next level. It's no good relying on clothes. You've got to get it right on the inside first. And I think that is the reason why she has such epic and iconic style. It comes down to an inner confidence, which we can't quite put our finger on, but we know it's there. Let me know what you think about Sylvie's style. Did you like it? Were there certain things that you loved about her style, her color choices, her structure? What was it that you liked? That's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again next week. Take care. Bye for now.